Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome to S&J Sports Talk. Here, my co-host Stanley. How you doing
My
today?
brother, man, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. Hope we all doing well and whatnot. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Just past our 1 year anniversary for S&J Sports Talk. So, like I said, really do appreciate all the subscribers, all the support and whatnot. And just stick with us. You know what I'm saying? We about to be rolling this year for real, for real. Listen up, guys. Today we got the NFL playoff updates for y'all. We're going to touch on the referees with both the NFL and the NBA guys, because there's been some questionable calls, the past few weeks or whatnot.
People are saying the whole thing's rigged.
Yeah, people are saying the whole league is rigged and whatnot. So we're definitely gonna cover that, and we're gonna check out the all-star starters for the NBA. All right, so that's we're gonna keep it real light for y'all. Not gonna be no hour podcast or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe, but we always say it's not gonna be an hour podcast, and then we start talking, and we just we get into that vibe and that spirit, and we just start talking and going.
Hey, but when I say it, it's not gonna be an hour.
But before we get started, we want to make sure everybody hits that thumbs up button.
Yep.
Please hit that thumbs up button. We ask of you, hit that thumbs up button. And also go ahead and subscribe to this page if you haven't already. S&J Sports Talk on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere.
Spotify, everything.
Spotify if you just want to listen to the
Apple
podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely. There was some NFL games yesterday.
Yeah.
We didn't even get on here and talk about the games from last week. We didn't even need to. But the games from yesterday, we had the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the first game was the 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man.
Let's
touch on the first game real quick.
The first game was the Niners versus the Eagles.
Give me your thoughts, because I know what you was thinking with the 49ers, bro.
My thoughts are real simple. I didn't watch the game, but I was actually at church. I was actually at church yesterday, and there were people, they were walking outside of church, and they're like, man, the quarterback got hurt. The quarterback went down already. And I was like, what are you talking about? The Niners quarterback, he already down.
Wrong Purdy,
All I could think about was one thing, brother. You know what I could think about? The Colin Kaepernick curse. We have about, 3 videos on here talking about the Kaepernick curse.
Right.
Now, if the 49ers just lost the game to a better team, then I wouldn't even be able to say it. I would just say, hey, they just lost the game. If they won the game, they won the game. But they went through 3 quarterbacks this season, or was it 4?
They went through 4, including
this
yesterday.
Game they brought in the 4th string quarterback, right? Defense off the charts. The San Francisco 49ers defense, wonderful. But you cannot overcome the Kaepernick curse. It's at the quarterback position.
Right.
You can't do my man wrong with my man. Y'all understand my man was protesting. Oh, man, I got to get on my soapbox. My man was protesting for young black, not even young, just black men, women, and children who were getting killed by police. This weekend, they just released a video of a black man who got killed by police. What he was protesting 8 years ago is still happening today. He was trying to bring awareness to it. Oh, you can't do that to the flag and to the country, and you cannot kneel. And it's still happening today. We just had a video of... I didn't watch the video. I hope most of y'all, if you feel like you need to watch the video, go ahead and watch the video. I don't need to watch these things anymore. There's a whole genre on YouTube of police beating up black people. It's a whole genre. I don't watch these things anymore. And it's just amazing that it's still happening. So it's only fitting that the Niners lost the way they lost. The Kaepernick curse is real, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, spirituality, the Kaepernick curse is real. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, they got past the Dallas Cowboys because of the Jerry Jones curse. Now there's a Jerry Jones curse after he done did what he did and was seen stopping young black people from getting educated. Can't fight the spirit, man. You can't fight the spirit. So
that's funny.
So, Jerry Jones and his team had to leave first. The ancestors kicked them on out first. But then the way they did the Niners was cold. Hey, I was watching the game. They had McCaffrey playing quarterback.
It was terrible.
I said Kaepernick came in there and just the spirit just was like, yeah, y'all still tripping. They're going to have to make it right. But shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I'm doing for Jalen Hurts too, man. Yeah, man.
What was your thoughts on the game, man?
The game.
Did you watch the game?
I kept thinking about how you had the Kaepernick curse. How you gonna come on here and be like, Kaepernick Kurtz. I told y'all.
You
man.
knew I was gonna say, and I wasn't even trying to. I wasn't wishing nobody got hurt or nothing.
Oh nah.
But for it to be your quarterback, 3 quarterbacks that go
They were on
out.
their 4th string this year.
Didn't their 4th quarterback get hurt in the game?
Yeah, he got a concussion.
Man, don't take the position at the San Francisco 49ers quarterback position. If you value yourself in your life, do not take that position. You can't go against certain people, man. I can't. If they would have just lost the game, like by a field goal or something, then it would be like, okay, they lost the game. Yeah. But the fact it was the quarterback position,
that's
man. Funny. I think the last time they got to the Super Bowl was with Kaepernick, right?
Yeah. No. They went with Jimmy G and the Chiefs. Against the Chiefs a few years ago. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, they lost.
Can't make this stuff up, man.
But yeah, it was crazy.
A whole new term, the Kaepernick curse. I'm gonna get a shirt.
I'm saying you got a point with the Kaepernick curse though, because think about it. Trey Lance goes out like the second game of the season, right? Then Jimmy G comes in, he gets hurt like mid-season.
Now, why wasn't Jimmy G the first starter though?
They were about to trade Jimmy G,
but, even though he went to the Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, man. And then you have so Brock Purdy comes in. He's undefeated. He's undefeated, right? Yeah. He takes y'all to the NFC Championship game, and then he gets hurt, and the 4th string comes in. I believe I can't recall. I think his name is James Wilson or whatnot.
I know the 4th string was like, why do I got it? Yeah, he was like, why y'all put me out here? The last game of the season get a concussion.
Yeah, but for him
to mess you up for life.
For him to get a concussion too, man, and then you got your running back playing quarterback, man. It was terrible, man. Like everybody in the stadium knew that the San Francisco 49ers was running the football. Like they couldn't even get a throw off for 2 yards, man.
McCaffrey was playing quarterback. He was just throwing the ball to nobody.
It was that bad. I mean, I think
he had no choice.
The Buccaneers offense could have done more that they did against the Cowboys than what the 49ers did yesterday. Like, it was terrible, man.
Bro, 31-7.
But me personally, man, I knew the 49ers weren't going to win. Okay. I didn't even have them going to the Super Bowl.
Even before the game.
Even before the game, I knew they weren't beating the Eagles. Brock Purdy, I mean, shout out to him. He's a great player. As a matter of fact,
for himself this year.
No, as a matter of fact, he should be starting at the 49ers next year. Hopefully, I know he's out for 6 months or whatnot with his UCL sprain or whatnot, but he should definitely have a starting position. Okay. I would say he's better than half the quarterbacks in the NFL, because I'd say he's better than half the quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, there are some quarterbacks in the NFL who can't even do half of what he's doing, but because he came in like week 8, week 9, and he went undefeated.
But the Niners are a good team.
The Niners do have a good team around him. They got George Kittle, Debo.
Legit.
Their defense is legit. The offense is legit too. They got Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuels, and George Kittle. They got a nice offensive line too. They got a solid team. Not gonna lie.
They got blown out.
They have a solid team. So. I just didn't have the 49ers winning anyway. Okay. But for their quarterback to get hurt, man, I think my co-host got a little point with the Kaepernick curse. I don't know.
You starting to see? You might starting to see a little something could be there.
Starting to see it.
Because I don't know much about football, but I do know something about curses and spells. So
hey, man, I know about spells or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But
man, energy is real.
It's
unfortunate, man. But like I said, I got a lot of family who's 49ers fans. A lot of family from the Bay, they're 49ers fans. I had a lot of Cowboys fans too. But right now, you know what I'm thinking is I haven't really seen the Eagles. I didn't watch them too much during the season. I
tell you, the Eagles,
the real deal.
They got an easy path to the Super Bowl. They've been blowing teams out.
Bro, they got a pass. They got a bye in the first round. Mm-hmm. The second round, they had the Giants, blew them out the waters. And in the second game, they played a crippled San Francisco 49ers.
Man. It just seems like it doesn't get much easier to go Super Bowl than that. And the Chiefs, man, they've had all their games have been I want to say one scores to get Super Bowl or whatnot. Yeah. So it's definitely the
Chiefs have definitely played.
It's a mixture
games,
though, but I feel like Philadelphia got a stronger defense for surely. So it's gonna be tough,
Look, Philadelphia only lost one game during the season, right?
Yeah,
they almost had
they barely lost season. That one. Yeah,
they almost had an undefeated season. So on the real,
Jalen Hurts playing well.
Eagles. I know people are going to go for Mahomes, but the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning it, and I know we're going to do another video where we go into the Super Bowl and talk about the
details
game.
And whatnot. Yeah,
but I think I'm rolling with Philly, man.
Too early for me to get my predictions right now.
You got to see how that ankle is on Mahomes, huh?
Yeah. I gotta see.
and of
I will
course,
say
people
this
love
though.
Mahomes. They
I will
want
say
Mahomes
this
to
though.
win.
The Chiefs were celebrating a little bit too much yesterday night, Sunday night after that win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you would have thought they. I mean, it was like Patrick Beverly and the Timberwolves making it to the playoffs last year, man.
But you know, they hadn't been to the playoffs in a long time. But with the Chiefs,
I don't. I mean,
they've won a championship.
It doesn't matter.
They might not have the same hunger.
I mean, yeah, the Chiefs they won a chip, so like you shouldn't be celebrating like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it was too much. You think?
I think it was too much. It's like,
or were they celebrating the fact of the way they won the game?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, okay, you won. Go ahead and celebrate for a few hours or whatnot. But I get it. I'm just saying from my past experience, the teams who celebrate like that, they will go to Super Bowl and lose or whatnot.
They go out there and get whacked, huh?
Go out there, not whacked. Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna get blown out.
Yeah, everybody. I thought Cincinnati could have won the game yesterday.
Right.
What do you think, man?
That last play.
My man. Do you think? Let me ask you this: for those of y'all who didn't see the last play, or right before the field goal of the last play, my man knocked out Patrick Mahomes, pushed him while he was already out of bounds, which gave the Kansas City Chiefs an extra 15 yards to kick the field goal. So how long was that field goal they kicked?
Man, I think it was like 40-something yards.
And it would have been like a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
It would have been a longer field goal. Now, I watched the way he made the field goal. I think if he would have been 15 yards back, he doesn't get it.
He doesn't?
I don't think he gets it.
Could have. Harrison Butker's a good kicker, man.
So you think you think even without that 15-yard penalty,
I definitely think it's possible. I gotta go back and look at the weather condition. I think the weather wasn't too bad or whatnot that they were playing in. So, I mean,
the 15
I wouldn't be
yards
surprised
was
if you make
gift.
it.
That was a gift to them. Yeah. They're like, okay, we got it. And you can get this one.
Yeah, because he's made farther out than 43 yards or whatever.
I looked at the field goal. I think if they were 15 yards back, I don't think he gets that.
You might be right, though.
Just my opinion. As I said, I don't know much about football. I'm just a fan, just a spectator. But it was interesting, man. Those small little mistakes that you make at the end of games, a lot of times the difference between a championship team and a runner-up is the self-discipline at the end. When you're really tired, can you hit free throws? When you're really tired, can you not push the quarterback?
That comes down,
or control your adrenaline.
That comes down to coaching, too. You know what I'm saying?
Coaching and practicing leading up to the moment. You got to be ready for the moment before the moment arrives. You got to be disciplined before you need to use the discipline.
Right. You're right.
So I think
Cincinnati's been to the Super Bowl before, but they never won it yet.
They went last year and lost.
Yeah, they went last year and lost.
This was the opportunity to beat Kansas City twice. If they beat Kansas City twice, Kansas City was going to have to make some changes in the offseason and be like, what do we got to do different to get past Cincinnati? Because Cincinnati beat us twice now. We're supposed to be the powerhouse team. But I think
if you're Cincinnati, though, I think you got to go in the offseason and make some changes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just because you've been Super Bowl last year and this year you went to a game less, you didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. It's like, all right, you might gotta make some changes on offense or bring in some wide receivers or whatnot or defense or whatnot, but you gotta make some changes.
Yeah,
I think they should get some wide receivers or whatnot, but
no telling if they would have won in overtime, but they would have had a shot.
They would have had a shot.
I don't think you can end a game with the Chiefs being that close. You got to be leading the Chiefs, and even then they can still come back. But you got to control the game.
If you just give Patrick Mahomes the football back with some time left on the clock,
he got them to a point.
He knows how to get them down there.
And the fact the guy pushed him out of bounds when he was already out of bounds, that also
shows he's
speaks to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
because they're so worried about containing him, making sure he doesn't get a breakout run that he just knew I have to hit him.
Yeah.
And hit him even when he was out of bounds, cost his team 15 yards, could have cost his team the game, could have cost his team the championship, could have cost him his career. We don't know.
He'll be on another team.
He's not going to come back with the Chiefs, though.
He might not come back with the Cincinnati, though.
We'll see. Some players make mistakes. Now, I don't really like that. I don't like when a player makes a mistake and then that ends their career. I don't endorse that because these coaches be making mistakes and be staying around for years.
Oh, man.
These coaches, they kept the Denver coach the whole season. Yeah. After the first game against Seattle, I said he needs to go. After the first game, we both knew he needed to go. They kept him the whole season.
I mean, he was out here making Russell Wilson look bad.
Bro.
The stuff he was calling.
Some of the coaches they've had, man, in the NFL, I'm like, how do these people stay this long?
Yeah.
Funny story, I went to a basketball game this last week, college basketball game. I went and tried out for this coach. My brother went and made the team. Coach didn't play him.
Mm-hmm.
This coach has not won anything. I don't even know if he's taken the team to the playoffs in like 15 years. He's still the coach. How does he still be the coach of a college team when he hasn't won anything?
Right.
And then you got other coaches. They start off the season 0-4 and they get fired.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? How do you run a basketball team as a coach for 15 plus years? We went there to the game and on the bench. I'm not even going to name the name of the school. I don't want to name the name of the school. Y'all can guess if y'all know in Sacramento. But you go to the school in the court and you see banners from 1984, 1987, 1993.
Right before he was coaching.
Yeah, you see nothing from the 2000s. Then you look at the girls' team. The girls' team got 2022 champions, 2019 state champions. You got all this stuff for the girls' team. And the guy's coach is still there. Got his little office and everything. Like, how do these coaches not get fired?
I don't know, man.
15 years, man.
Doesn't make any sense.
And other coaches getting fired quickly. So
yeah, they definitely. Yeah, some of these coaches gotta, they gotta go or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, I mean, with the Chiefs or whatnot, it was a good game, and I had the Chiefs winning actually, but I thought it'd be like by a touchdown or whatnot. But I mean, it was a good game though. It was a good game, but I think Cincinnati, they played good or whatnot. But I just knew, man. If you play around with the Chiefs and give them the football back,
you play around with them.
like they're gonna get to a good point.
Yeah, you got to be disciplined. It reminded me of New England Patriots back in the day. Teams used to play them, and teams used to try so hard to do something different, they would end up killing themselves. They would end up losing the game themselves.
Right.
So I saw that happen a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into this. For those of you guys who don't know or whatnot, a lot of people have been having complaints on the NFL referees, and the NBA referees, or whatnot. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on these questionable calls
yesterday?
So,
the Chiefs didn't they get like a redo? Like
okay,
the NFL called and said, let them go over
for
the Chiefs versus Cincinnati.
Nah,
didn't they get a redo?
I'll tell you, there was some questionable calls for the whole game, throughout the whole game. I'm talking like...
And they said in the Philadelphia 49ers game, too. Questionable calls.
Man.
Although they were going to lose.
The Niners wasn't going to win.
Regardless.
It doesn't even matter or whatnot. Now that first play was questionable. That first play was questionable. With the wide receiver, he did not catch the football. He didn't catch the football on that fourth down play. So, that I guess that could have took a toll in the game or whatnot. But, listen... I'm gonna go to the NBA game first.
Okay.
I'm going to the NBA game first, right? Listen, my thing is like with let's go to for those of you guys who don't know or whatnot. The Lakers
let them know.
The Lakers are playing Boston, right?
Oh yeah,
the Lakers are playing
Saturday.
Boston and Saturday night or whatnot, and
big game.
Basically,
big
LeBron James goes up for a layup near the end of the game.
Game was tied, and
he gets fouled, and basically the refs don't call it, and the game goes into overtime, right? And so
LeBron was
the whole Lakers team, they were upset or whatnot, right? Now, first off, my thoughts were, you guys were up by 17. You guys should not have even been in that position in the game. But that's just my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But
maybe it was bad refereeing got him back in.
I don't know, man. But bottom line, during the overtime, Patrick Beverly goes over to one of the referees and gets a camera. It shows them, like, basically how they messed up or whatnot. He gets teed up or whatnot, right? But my thing with the referees is like, okay, if you're going to start giving texts for players who are telling the referees that they messed up, right? It's like you guys got to take the technicals off, and you can't be finding them for getting mad at the referees, right?
Right.
Because those last few games those last few minutes are really critical in the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and for a ref just to not do his job,
yeah, because
be like, oh my bad, I missed it.
I missed a call or whatnot. That could change. That can make the difference at the end of the season if you're making the playoffs or not. Like that one game. So it's like.
It definitely makes a difference because the Lakers are fighting for that spot.
What things are in place for like if a referee messes up on a call or whatnot, right?
Yeah, what type of consequences or discipline?
And then you're out here, if the players talk back to the referees or whatnot, they're getting technical. But half the times this season, the players have been right. Like, yo, that actually was a foul. Right. The 2-minute report comes out a day or two later or whatnot.
And most of
the NBA is like, that was a foul.
Report. They don't like the 2-minute report because it's useless.
Yeah.
They're
not going to change the results of the game.
You're not going to change the results of the game. And the refs aren't getting disciplined. You don't even know these refs' names half the time. They do say the names at the beginning.
Those refs be out of there, man.
No one be knowing what it is. It definitely makes you wonder is it more so just about entertainment?
Right.
Because of course, a Boston LA game, everybody would love for it to go into overtime. Everybody would love for it to go into overtime. Did the NBA just like that referee's looking right at the play? It's an obvious foul. Or are they just going by the rule like, hey, it's the last second of the game, we're just going to let them play it out?
I'll say, like, though, with LeBron James, though, like, he doesn't really get a lot of foul calls, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't call
just because he's way bigger or whatnot, he's able to handle more contact, and so therefore, like, the referees don't really give him that.
That's true. I think
which I think should be changed.
I do agree with you. He doesn't get as many foul calls. At the same time, he gets away with a lot of calls. He gets away with a lot of travels. He gets away with certain calls where you're like, that's a travel, and he's just getting away with it because he's LeBron or people came to see him play. It's interesting, though. I'm seeing a lot of bad calls in the NBA. A lot of bad calls, and it makes you just
It's
wonder,
like near the end of the game, too.
The players are going to have to come together and do something that say, hey, these referees, because at the end of the day, no one really talks about a specific referee. They might say it was bad NBA officiated or whatever, but everyone talks about, you know, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs again. LeBron James getting old. And it's like, no, LeBron James put up numbers that game. Right. He put up numbers and would have had a game-winning field goal. That goes down in your career, your record. When people look back and they're like, oh, man, who had the most NBA game-winning field goals and how many points? All that stuff goes back on your record. So it's interesting. It's something to keep an eye out for. Definitely on these NBA refs. Yesterday, a lot of people felt like the NFL referees were tripping. They gave the Chiefs a redo.
The Cincinnati game, bro, there was a lot of questionable calls, man, because Cincinnati should have had more flags. Or the Chiefs should have more flags.
Called
against them, yeah.
And it kind of seemed like
going against the replay, it's like
to be in the Super Bowl.
The Cincinnati coach was literally yelling at the refs like, yo, you didn't see that or whatnot? Right. It was like, I mean, I don't know.
The 49ers coach was yelling at the refs too. Like, I mean, people were hot with those referees.
People were hot. The fans were mad, bro.
The NBA, after that Boston LA game, they came out with a statement and said, you know, it's tough as everybody we're all human, we all make mistakes. That's not what you say when you're dealing with a $1 billion corporation like the NBA with billionaire teams and millionaire players who are perfecting their craft, and some of them won't get invited back to the team or won't get their contract extended if the team doesn't win. You don't come out here and just talk about we all make mistakes. If that's the case, we need robots refereeing the game. I know we can get some AI technology refereeing the game or something.
Man, I don't want no AI technology.
Hey, we can get some robots refereeing that won't miss a beat. They'll be like, that was a foul. You hit it right here, that was a foul.
I don't need no AI refereeing the game, bro.
Well, I don't know about these NBA referees right now, man.
I don't know, man.
So we got to see.
Hey, shout out to the good ones though. Shout out to the good ones, because there are some good ones in the NBA.
Yeah, there's some good refs who haven't been brought out. The shout out to the good NBA referees, and we always deal with this, man. When I was in high school, we had a referee who had one eye. I'm not even playing. This guy would be calling calls, and it was too easy to say something because he had a patch over one eye, and then he had the other eye.
Oh wow!
So he literally had one eye. He had one eye, and whenever he called a foul, it was just like, bruh, you couldn't even see that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how are you gonna call a foul? So I mean, I understand being frustrated with the refs. I wasn't really a player who got all technicals with the ref and stuff like that. I was pretty cool. But I've seen some bad refereeing is what I'm saying. I've seen some bad refereeing.
College, high school.
Yeah, make you wonder who's paying who. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can get paid to miss a call or two.
Probably.
Be like, hey, if you can go one way or the other, go our way. We'll pay you to go our way. You know, you can't control the whole game. But we do have instances of the NBA. I've told you about Game 6 of the NBA referees. Kings versus Lakers 2002
Kings hasn't even been to the playoffs since.
They still trying to get back to the playoffs, man.
We might get to this year.
And it was proven that he had been gambling on the game. So these NBA refs ain't getting paid much. These NBA refs are getting paid like they're six digits, but it's like 100,000, closer to that.
Yeah,
they're not getting paid like the players.
But they also pay for like their traveling and whatnot. But I definitely think they should get paid more. I mean,
they definitely want a little bit more. So
the NFL refs get paid more to ref less games. So it's like,
they need to be. Well, the NFL is just a huge organization. Yeah, the NFL is like straight for profit, like no other. They make money off everything, and they don't even pay the players as much as the NBA. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's interesting, man.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. Some bad refereeing for sure.
Definitely. But like I said, man, if you're Lakers, you can't really focus on that last call. It's like you were up by 17 points.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have even been in that position at the end of the game.
You're right.
You should have been up by a bunch. So that call really shouldn't even matter to you. But, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is tough.
We just keep an eye out for it.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's go ahead real quick, y'all. Go move over to these the NBA All-Star starters or whatnot. They've been released or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So,
NBA All-Star starters for 2023. Yeah. There's been some questions raised.
Yep. So, for those guys, obviously, LeBron James is the captain of the West. Mm-hmm. And Giannis is the captain of the East or whatnot.
The way they did it was they did 3 forwards.
Three bigs, and then 2 guards, right?
And 2 guards of each coast.
Yeah, so for the West 2 guards for the Western Conference, right, we had Steph Curry and Luka Doncic.
Do you have an issue with either of those 2 being the guards?
For the West,
some people say Ja Morant should have got it.
Nah, I don't think he could.
He shouldn't have been either one of those 2.
He's been losing. He was kind of out for a minute.
Okay.
Now,
he has a better record than both Curry and Doncic.
He does have a better record.
They've been sitting at the number 2
spot
the whole season.
Yeah. Like I said, though, he has been hurt for a little bit. Like with his ankle.
Luka's been hurt, too.
I don't know.
Luka was hurt a number of the games. Curry was hurt too, right?
Curry was hurt. If I were to put Ja Morant, I think Curry's numbers were better than Ja Morant's. If I were to put
Curry's Curry.
Curry's just Curry, man.
Curry's Curry.
I don't really know how I can put Ja Morant in front of that. And then Luka's putting up good numbers. Like pretty much the whole season.
Luka
so I don't really know.
Putting up nice numbers.
I don't really know how I can put Ja Morant over
so
any of them two.
You're cool with those 2 guards.
I'm cool with those 2.
Okay, I feel it.
And then for the 3
bigs.
The 3 bigs, we got LeBron James,
okay,
Nikola Jokic, and Zion Williamson.
Okay.
So you have a problem with those 3? Any of those 3?
I don't have a problem with Joker. I don't have a problem with LeBron. Zion.
I don't know.
I think they put
hurt.
Zion in there.
He was kind of hurt.
Respect to Zion. He when he plays in the game, people can't stop him.
Yeah,
and
no one can stop him.
I think it's deserved. It's earned. Mm-hmm. He has earned to get there. Could there have been other people who got in there? Yeah, I think so.
Who?
I can't even say. You put Zion in there. Give it to Zion. His first time starting. Give it to him. Just give him his props. I can't even say. So it's interesting though because they do that 3 bigs and 2 guards. Mm-hmm. I think if they just did 5 players, it would be a lot different. But they do those 3 bigs and 2 guards, and that throws stuff off.
Right.
So I'm not sure about that. We're good. We're on.
All right. Yeah. We're cool. Yeah. So just like whatever you're saying.
The 3 bigs and the 2 guards. You know.
Yeah.
They used to not do it that way.
LeBron, Jokic, and Zion. I think that's cool. There probably could be someone else like go in over Zion, just because he was hurt, but. Not a name that rings a bell to me.
He was hurt, but when he played, he was good.
Right.
Some people say Sabonis could have got in there.
Sabonis,
they're number 3 in the now. To Zion's credit, when he was playing, the Pelicans were number 3.
Yeah,
he got hurt, has been out, and they've dropped.
Yeah,
they're now like number 5.
So it kind of tells you like
it shows his impact on the game.
Yeah,
when he's playing, they can't stop him.
That's true.
They can't stop him. Yeah. You know? It's going to be interesting to see these reserves, though, because there's a lot of players who definitely can be in there.
Who's going to get left out? They're going to get left out.
There's going to be players left out, man. Mm-hmm. There's going to be players left out. But the 5 in the West, I'm cool with Curry. I'm cool with Luka, but I just don't. With the Ja Morant thing, Ja Morant's been sitting at the number 2 spot.
Right.
In the West.
Can you put him over Curry? You gonna put him in there over Curry?
The NBA's not gonna put him in there over Curry. Curry's not coming off the bench in an All-Star game. That's not happening. I don't care if it's the fans or whatever. So I think it might be some fire for Ja Morant. Hey, you got to outdo one of these 2 guards.
He can definitely use this as motivation or whatnot.
Yeah, because I mean,
to
John
keep
Morant's
going
been balling.
He has been balling now. I'm not gonna lie.
Luka's over here with these triple doubles. Curry's over here.
You know what John Morant doesn't have out of these two guards though? He doesn't have that great of shooting impact in the game.
He does not have the shooting impact. You're right about that.
And Curry and Luka, they're able to get inside. They're able to shoot. They're able to do.
And this is a 3-point game now. You're right.
They're able to do a little more than John Morant. So that could be why he was left off.
I think Memphis had to be number one. If Memphis was number one, number one seed, I think Denver's number one seed, right? And Joker's in there.
Yeah,
their best players in there. I think if Memphis was number one, it would have been hard to leave him off the list. Number two is close. I just don't think the Warriors are like a number 10. Mm-hmm. Dallas is like number 6. So I mess
with the Steph Curry though. You can't you can't take him off.
You can't take him off of the All-Star. You got LeBron on there.
Maybe yeah.
The Lakers aren't even in the play.
And it's like you really can't even.
The Lakers are number 12, and LeBron was the number 1 lead.
And then it's like you can't take Luka out. He's having such a great year. It's like I don't know. John Morant, he's been playing good, but it was just kind of like it didn't really matter how much
he would have made it if they didn't have to do the 3 bigs and 2 guards.
If they were just doing 5, they probably would have left.
He would have got. They probably would have left
Zion out.
You're right.
And then
it's that 3 bigs, 2 guards. Let's look at the East though. In the East, the captain for the East was Giannis Antetokounmpo. We don't have no issue with that. I mean, that was the number 1 vote getter.
That's cool with me. He's the best in the East right now.
Right. Now, what's interesting is the 2 forwards. Well, let me just say the guards first. The 2 guards that got picked in the East, Donovan Mitchell and my man Kyrie Irving. Donovan Mitchell obviously separated himself from the whole Donovan and Rudy Gobert affair they kept trying to talk about. They kept trying to make it seem like Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell were this tag team. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell was the man in Utah. He went to Cleveland. They're balling out at the number 4 seed right now. Cleveland has never been relevant unless LeBron was there. Yeah. Now they're relevant.
Now they're back relevant
again. They're relevant.
So
they're probably going to go. I say they get past that first round for sure in the playoffs. Potentially get to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be tough, but they could.
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying?
Who knows?
But Donovan Mitchell and then Kyrie Irving, my man.
He been balling
They
out.
tried to blackball my man. They've sat him out. They've taken his pay. They tried to demonize him all over the media. He came back in, balling out. He doesn't break a sweat when you watch him play. It's easy for him. The fans voted him like he was one of the number 1 guards. I think he was the number 1 guard in the East.
I think he was. He was, man.
The NBA is so salty about him. Maybe not the NBA, but the media. The media is so salty about Kyrie Irving. And I stand with my brother Kyrie Irving.
I'm telling you, man. The Nets about to just go win a ring this year. They might just go in the ring this year.
You know what? You're right. You're right. And then the 3 big men.
We got Kevin Durant.
We have Giannis. We have Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm. Giannis.
And Jason Tatum. Do you have an issue with... First of all, do you have an issue with Kyrie or Donovan Mitchell? Are there any guards in the East who you would put above them?
Nah, I don't have an issue with that. You?
No, I can't think of nobody else.
I can't think of nobody who's been playing better than them right now.
Yeah, no.
But Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Giannis, I think that's the perfect 5 for the East right now.
Now, let me say this. Some people are saying when it comes to the 3 bigs in the East,
man, if you give me some,
Joel Embiid should have been in those 3. What do you think?
No.
His numbers are there.
No.
Don't think. Why not?
No.
Why should he not be above Durant, Giannis, or Tatum?
Man, James Harden been doing his thing in Philly. Like, I know his numbers. Okay. He been doing his thing in like his numbers aren't how like it is with the Rockets or whatnot, but it's like if you take any one of those players. If you take any one of those 5 players, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Jason Tatum, or Donovan Mitchell off of their team, their team's instantly going down, right? We saw with Kevin Durant. He got hurt, and then that started losing. It's a struggle, right?
Yeah. Even with Kyrie doing his thing.
But if you take like Joel Embiid out from the Phillies from Philadelphia, I think James Harden can still maintain that team. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think you can put him in over those 3 big men over. You know.
I think it's a close one, man. I really think.
Who would you put him in over? Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum's been balling out. His numbers are great. I
can't put him over Tatum because they're number 1 in the East.
Right.
You can't. The best player on the best teams is going in there.
Yeah.
Durant, balling out.
Giannis.
I think this year Giannis has the better record. You give it to him.
You gotta give it to him.
I can see where
Plus, Giannis has a ring. You know what I'm saying?
Embiid could have easily been a starter, man. Embiid's been MVP numbers. He's in the MVP conversation. I mean, he's killing, but
it's
hey, you gotta beat one of these players.
It's the same thing like Curry though, bro. It's
with John Morant.
You're not gonna put Giannis on the bench over Joel Embiid.
You're not.
It's just it can't happen. You know what I'm saying?
You're and you know what? That also has to do with respect of all of those people are champions or bid to the championship.
They're champions.
Durant, champion.
Kyrie,
Giannis, champion.
Yeah.
Tatum was at the chip last year. He didn't win it, but he was there. We haven't seen him beat in the championship yet.
Yep.
So I rest my case. I actually agree with the 5 is good. Now that I think about it that way, the 5 is good. That's really what it comes down to. I think if Embiid had been in the championship last year and was riding on that championship or finals, hey, we won the East, I think he could get it over Giannis or Tatum.
Right.
I really do, And he might still start because I don't think Durant's going to play in the All-Star game. He might be back.
Yeah, he might not.
He might be back.
He's definitely not going to rush for the All-Star game.
Yeah, he's not going to rush for the All-Star game.
He might.
But, man, it's going to be an interesting All-Star. It's going to be interesting to see the reserves. We're definitely going to do a video about that with the reserves. Right. I hope my man De'Aaron Fox and my man
Miles Sabonis get in there. I know one of them will get in there. I don't know if both of them will get in there. For the West,
it's gonna be tough, man.
For the West,
but they sitting at number 3. They got that going for them. They are sitting at number 3.
If they maintain like top 3 or even like the top 2 seeds, man, you might have to put both of them in there.
I would like to see both of them there, man. Right. I'd like to see both of them there. Kings make the playoffs this year. And if Kings make the playoff in their top 4 seed, they get home court advantage.
We'll get home court advantage. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter if we win the first round, bro. A lot of the stars going to start wanting to come over to Sacramento, bro. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? So, we just got to maintain what we're doing right now, and we'll be straight.
Definitely. So, that's a little bit for the NBA and the All-Star review, man. Anything else on your mind?
That covers it all for obviously, guys, appreciate the support and whatnot. Be sure to thumbs up the video, guys. Subscribe to us if you haven't already.
Leave a comment about your thoughts of these NFL games.
Yep,
too.
leave a comment about whatever. Definitely send us obviously DM us on Instagram and whatnot if you have anything you want us to talk about, whatnot. And
yeah, man. Y'all enjoy
S&J Sports Talk, Spotify,
S&J Sports Talk. We appreciate y'all. All right, man. Peace.
Peace.